people, welcome once again to my channel. Today we'll be discussing on how we can use these tools here in our graphics, all these tools. So we'll be considering how we can use them in our graphics. So to start with, let's begin with the A icon. The A icon right here is used specifically for text editing and adding of text to our graphics. Let's say I want to add a text. Let me just write a random word like school bus, and I want to edit this text to my own text now. So maybe I want it to be capitalized, so I'll click on this double T icon here, so it will be automatically capitalized, and I'll click OK. Then I'll take it to the middle. The edit button here, you can use it to rewrite, but this time you can use it to convert this text to 3D text. You can see them. These are the 3D text which you can use to maybe write or also design something that if it matches your design pattern. But I'm not gonna use it now. The edit, you can use it to rewrite, delete, you use it to delete the text entirely. While copy, you can use it to duplicate, bring to front and take to back. There you can use it maybe to bring forth the text to be on top of your design, or maybe take it back to be behind a particular maybe shape or image. Let me just copy. So just like this. Now let's increase the size. Let me show you how that really works. So the color, we will take it to blue. You see, the blue one now is on top of the white one. So when you click on your layer, just select the white one, and then click bring to front. Then automatically it will come to the front of the blue one, just like this. You can see it, right? So that is how to front and to back really works. Now let's continue. Position helps you to move your layer on a gradual process. Like, it helps you to move your layer slowly or fastly. It is more accurate, that's why it is here. So when you increase the move, it's gonna be fast like this, you see, and when you decrease it, now it's gonna slow down. You can see it's really moving, but you ain't gonna be seeing it. Now let's increase to 3. Then you now notice you move to 1 or 2, you also see the moves. So that's how it goes. And relative position to maybe either put your layer in top right corner, top left corner, bottom left or bottom right corner, or even in the center, anywhere that you want. Let's just put it in the center like this. This now is in the center, exact center of this graphics. Now I want to put it to the right, we go here. I want to put it to the top right, I'll go here. So that's how it works. Then the text, the TT here, that's the size. You can use to increase the size of your text. Let me increase it to 50 here, you know. Then padding, you can use it to increase the space from the left and right side of your text. Padding is only applicable to text. Then the color, you can use any color that you want. You can even use gradients like this or this, so any one of your choice. You can also use texture is whereby maybe you don't want to use color, or you have a particular color or brand color that you want to use for the design or taste, then you have to import that color from this texture. So all you have to do, when you click on texture, then click on this gallery like app icon here, just click on it. It will take you to your download page or your file. So you guys choose any thing that you want to use. Let me say I want to use a kind of gold like texture. Let's just use this one. So all I have to do is select it, then smash the check button. As you can see, it's now there, and there are some kind of white lines that are really disturbing my design. So all you have to do is to increase the scale so as to get rid of the white lines. So when you increase the scale, you get rid of them. Then you can click OK. Then for opacity is just increasing or decreasing the transparency of any object. So here you can either decrease or increase the opacity. Shadow effect, when you click enable, that means if this text have a shadow, when you are decreasing the opacity, the shadow's opacity will also be decreasing. Then rotate, you can use it to rotate your text. Maybe you want something that will fit in somewhere like this, so you can use it, or you can just use this key here to rotate your text or image. Then masking, you can use mask maybe when you don't want to erase permanently anything that is in your design, and maybe you just want to erase a part of it, then you can use mask. So when you use mask, it will be like this. You have marked it up, so that means you have erased. And when you finally change your mind that you don't want to erase it again, you can just simply come here and disable the masking tool. Then font is where you go to choose your fonts, any fonts of your choice. For me, I have my own fonts. Double. Let me get one. I want to use this one. So when you click the font that you want to use, all you have to do is click OK. Then automatically it will change the font. So let's say this is what I want to use now. Then here you can come here to either underline your text, give it an underline, or make it look italic or bold, but this one is already bold, as you can see. So to undo it, you just have to click here. Okay, let me show you. you just have to click here. So when you click on it, you would undo every changes there. So here is it. Now for the curve, you can use this to either curve your text. Maybe you want something that looks like circle, so you can curve it like this or this. Maybe after covering it, you can then copy, like duplicate, then turn it upside down, then it will give you what you want. Then text background is often used when you want to add a background. So instead of using shapes to stress yourself, you can simply use text background. And to enable it, and you can then pick any color of your choice, and then here are the customization options where you can customize it to your own preference. Then alignment is often used when there are a group of text, so you can either align right, center align, justify, or right align, just like in your system. If you have used Microsoft Office Word before, or have used Google Doc in your phone, you will know about alignment. And for spacing and line spacing, it is just two different things. Like, let me use spacing. Let me say I want to spread or stress this school and boss, and I don't want to increase maybe the space in between the text, but I just want to separate the text to look maybe far from each other. So all I have to do is just to start increasing this one. As you can see, it's going, or I can increase the space between the text, the words itself. So I can just increase it like this or bring it back. So that is how it works. And for stroke, you can use stroke to add additional line throughout the edges of your text, image, or shapes, just like this. This one has a black stroke. Let's use white, or no, let's use this color. Let's use this color. Yeah, so you can either reduce the stroke width or increase the width. So here's how it looks like. So it's not good like this, but in some graphics, depending on what you are designing, it might also look good. This might be what you want. So for now, let's keep it here. Then shadow, like I told you before about shadow is adding a kind of blood or black dark image of the same style of what you have to the back. Let me see if this is gonna show. Just like this. Now you see the shadow very well. Maybe you can either decrease the opacity, increase the blur radius so that it will show very well. Then you can also set it off, like offset X and offset Y. That is to determine if the shadow will come up, if we go right, go left, or go down. Just notice something. If you see it going, then just notice that the shadow have left the text entirely. So that is how shadow works. And for inner shadow, in this state, instead of that shadow to come outside, it will be inside the text. Just notice something now. Have you seen it? So this is how inner shadow works. And depending on the graphics that you are designing, you can also consider using inner shadow. Now, the emboss is often used when you have, to me, I normally use it when I have a 3D text or shape, so I can use it to have more customization options, so that I can customize it to my text. So here is the emboss. You see how it looks like. So it helps you to determine or to get the right editing of your 3D shapes. So here, just something like this. Now if you look very well, it's just, it looks like 3D itself. So I don't want to be using perspective. You can use perspective to show the perspective in which you want your maybe text or image to be shown. Let's just keep it like this now, maybe something like this, or let's widen it up. No, let's widen it up. Yeah, on it, you see that? Just look at it this way. So you see the perspective already. It's not like maybe there is a starting point here and a vanishing point here. So that's how perspective works. Let's continue. We have 3D rotate and 3D text. 3D rotate is something that helps you to fix a particular view of your 3D shapes or text. Just when you have a 3D shape, maybe and you want it to look like this, like this or like this, so you can just use it to fix it. And 3D text is enabling your text to automatically be converted to 3D, just like this. You can see it have converted. Now look at this text. You can see people who design something like this. Yes, it's a very, very good design, but sometimes I don't see it as a good let's say good design of them. So to fix this, just come down, you see perspective and you see oblique. So is it oblique or oblique? So click this oblique. You see now that the perspective that this text is viewed is now coming from one side alone, unlike this one that is maybe from the center. This one goes right and this one goes left. So just click it and maybe decrease the depth to something like 2 or 3. Then you can darken it so that it will be clear. Something like this, to show where the angle that it will be viewed from comes. So when you put it there, then you can do the other editing. You can do the other editing. Everything here is editable, so you have to edit them based on your own preference. And for 3D shadow, let me show you how it works. Let me change this background. Let me use something that is white. Okay. Then let's go to the 3D shadow. Now this 3D shadow, when you enable it, your design will look like that the text will be as if it's being placed on top of something. So let's just see. You see let me remove the text background so that you see this thing very well, because this can help you in many of your designs. So just notice that the text now is looks like something that is being placed on top of something. Let me increase the expanded distance. Have you seen it? It now looks as if it's being placed on top of maybe the ground or table or anything. That's how that one works. And for the reflection, it should be as if maybe this text is standing opposite a mirror or a water to reflect it. So here is it. Sorry. As you can see, you can either take it down or take it up. That's how reflection works. So you can either take it down, which most of the times is advisable you take it down. So that's all about text formatting and text editing for today, and we'll be shortening it here. Come next, we'll talk about the shapes and images. Thank you. See you next time.